Hey folks, Adam Anderson, CEO here, and the cat dog Lacey, which is a cat, acts like a dog. We're gonna be talking about decision making. One of the hardest things to do in entrepreneurship is making quick, accurate decisions and being able to live with the results or pivot based off of new data. So there are various ways of going about this. I'm going to talk about 3 key points. The first one is you got to know who you are and how you make decisions and how you process the world so that you can cover for your blind spots. You got to be able to use a framework so that way you can have a way to hold yourself accountable. And at the end of the day, you got to be able to deal with problems and opportunities now. If you defer and you kick the can down the road, you end up getting a lot of frustration, missing an opportunity, or just living with pain. Ugh. And this wisdom all comes from within. So starting with that is knowing who you are. And the thing is if you're not self-aware and you don't know that you have blind spots, so I have a whole lot of strengths. Very positive about the future. I'm always thinking about the future. And man, as soon as I think about it, I feel like it's already happened and I feel good. 2 years from now, we're gonna have $100 million. I feel good about that. Blind spots are, for me, look, I don't have attention to detail, I don't execute over time, and I quickly am, what's that? Distracted, right? So how did I know this about me? Well, I kind of had inklings about all that, but I went through a whole bunch of assessments. I've taken Strength Finders, Myers-Briggs, DISC, HDBI, and Enneagrams. I've done all the stuff, right? And I want to encourage you to go and dive into those tools as well, but I also want to caution you because typically they say, you are this kind of person. And if you are a 7 Enneagram and you're a blah, 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 EFT blah, you are like this. They're guideposts, they're talking points. They are not to be taken 100% literally. You are your own person, you're like no one else, but you do have patterns. And if you can recognize the patterns, and those are 80% accurate, maybe 50% accurate, you increase your ability to be self-aware. One of the most important things about this is frameworks. How do I structure my process to make sure I have good results over time? Having a framework means that you're able to actually produce a repeatable result. And remember, in business, that's what we're interested in, systems and processes. So 2 quick frameworks, WRAP, and this is widen your options, reality test your assumptions, attain distance before deciding, and then prepare to be wrong. WRAP. Also, Tim Ferriss has this TED Talk he does about fear setting. And I love this because it's preparing for the worst. That last thing, prepared to be wrong. Well, here's a framework to do that. So you start off by saying, hey, what if and you define the fear or the problem, you list what you can do to prevent the thing from happening, and then you list, okay, if it all goes wrong, how do I recover? Boom. Now you can make a decision about worst case scenarios. You move on and you say, okay, well, what are the benefits if I attempt or I succeed at this? And then, hey, what is the cost of inaction? If I don't fire this person, if I don't place this bet, what is that going to do? And if you take WRAP and you take fear setting and you know who you are and have self-awareness, bam, you've just got a framework for making a good decision. Excuse me. We're talking about wisdom, such as make sure the cat's off your lap before you start your video. What did I do there? I deferred a decision, right? And so this is all about dealing with the problem now. Because I didn't deal with the problem when I had it, I had an oops in my video. The same thing's true with all of your decisions. Man, I like nothing more than deferring or ignoring a problem. I cannot tell you how many employees I had a fiscally unhealthy attachment to, where I felt like it was me or something. I just didn't want to confront that. I really hate uncomfortable conversations, and I just didn't have them. Look, that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the person you're not talking to. It doesn't help the situation. It sure doesn't help you. I've learned, and I'm still not great at this, that it's so much better to just execute after you've done your framework. As soon as you know an answer, you need to execute it. As soon as you get to the point where you have a path, walk down that path. You gotta get off your butt and just do it. Right on.